All right. Very good evening to all the participants on our YouTube live session. My name is Ognimitra Vishwas, and I am the CEO of Ideas Institute of Data Engineering, Analytics and Science Foundation. On behalf of Ideas ISI Kolkata, I welcome all of you. So at the beginning, let me start with a brief introduction of the organization and today's program. So this is the agenda that we'll cover today. So the welcome address and introduction, I will start discussing about who we are, why we are doing this internship program. So following the introduction, we'll have Dr. Shujoy Biswas, Head of Research and Innovation at Ideas TIH. He'll be talking on the topic Thinking with AI. And then we'll discuss a little bit about how to conduct your internship project. So what can you expect? What is to be done? So we have two separate streams. As you all know, we have the foundational stream and the advanced stream. So how the projects will be provided for both of these streams will be discussed. Vidisha ma'am, I think most of you have already received emails from Vidisha. So she'll be talking about some of the internship related rules and guidelines. We'll have Dr. Chandan Vishwas discuss about the quiz and self-assessment framework. And finally, we'll have the closer around 8:30 p.m. It can go a little bit longer than that. So we'll see. If there are open questions, I know today's session will be only on YouTube Live, not on Zoom. So we have already received a set of frequently asked questions from all of you, and those questions will be discussed at the end of the session. If there are still questions in your mind, you can always use the Google Form link that is sent by Vidisha. So let's move on to the next chart. So this is a brief introduction about myself. As you can see, I'm not from ISI as I'm not a faculty from ISI. Neither did I study in ISI. I'm a BTech from IIT Kharagpur and did my PGDM from IIM Kolkata. I am primarily from the industry. I've worked a very, very long time with global consultancy firms. Have been into academics as well. And right now I am heading the TIH. I'm the CEO of the Technology Innovation Hub at ISI Kolkata. So without wasting much time, let's get into a little bit introduction about the organizations that we represent. So first of all, the Indian Statistical Institute, which was established way back in 1931. So we will be soon completing 100 years, okay, in another 5 years' time. It's an institute of national importance. And most people think of ISI as an institute where statistics and mathematics takes priority. But it's not really so. ISI has led many innovations in the area of machine learning, in the area of computer sciences. In fact, India's first computer was established at ISI. And it has led in many diverse fields in physics, mathematics, economics, social sciences. So we really have a multidisciplinary setup over here at the ISI. Okay. And then the ideas, Institute of Data Engineering. So we are a relatively new organization within ISI. It was established only in 2021. It is a Section 8 company funded by Department of Science and Technology, Government of India. So government gave money to ISI to set up this institute, which is set up as a foundation. So why is it set up as a foundation? Is that it gives more flexibility to us in terms of how do we want to do our work. So our vision, we do a lot of technology development work. We do translational research in data science, data analytics, data engineering, data curation. We develop and deliver multidisciplinary products. We incubate and nurture startups. So we also have an incubation program. Those who have visited our website must have seen that. And we also do skill development program for next generation technologies. And this internship program is part of our skill development initiatives. So these are the key people of Ideas TIH. So Professor Shangamitra Bandyopadhyay was the director of ISI when this institute was formed, and she is part of our board of directors. She uh, is no longer the director, but she of ISI, but she still continues to be chairperson of our board of directors. And very soon, the new ISI director will also be part of our board of directors. We have industry representations, and we have our core team, Mr. Diptendu Datto, Dr. Sujay Biswas, Dr. Chandan Biswas, and you will be hearing from all of them. And Vidisha looks after our training and operations. Okay. Few of the recent projects that we have undertaken at ISI, at Ideas TIH, sorry, not ISI, at Ideas TIH. And I think the variety of the projects is what I just wanted to highlight. So we have projects related to agriculture, which we are doing for Ministry of Agriculture. We are doing projects for various other ministries like MORTH, Ministry of Road Transport. We have undertaken projects for Cardiological Society of India, which relates to detection of heart disease. We are doing project with other hospitals in clinical translation for, cancer prediction. We are working on vector disease analysis using hyperspectral camera image from drones. We are developing mobile applications for data analysis, data collection. We are, so a plethora of projects that we are working on, and there are many other research projects which I have not listed here. So you could visit our website for further details. So why this data science internship at Ideas DIH? So as I have already mentioned, one of the focus areas of Ideas, which stands for Institute of Data Engineering, Analytics and Science Foundation, is to promote the technology, to create the new generation of our technocrats who will be focused on learning and nurturing and developing and working on this new domain, which has evolved over the past few years, which is on data science, and specifically on the recent technologies that we have heard in the form of artificial intelligence, machine learning, large language models, and agentic AI. So these are some of the terminologies which are related to this whole field of data science, and we want to have our develop expertise in these areas, because there is not only it will help the students to create a new career for themselves, it will prepare them for the new world. So I'll quickly go through this. How should we prepare ourselves? I prepared this slide just to give an idea that people say that AI is going to replace human beings. it is going to take away our jobs. So part of it is probably true, but what we are what is happening now and what we are seeing is it is creating more jobs than the jobs that it is taking away. So, for the foreseeable future, what we see is that the human and AI will coexist and collaborate. So, we need to master these tools. We need to master data science. We need to master AI because data science is the foundation of AI. Unless you understand the concepts of data science, you will not be able to grasp the concepts of AI, machine learning, LLM, etc. So we need to collaborate and learn and how to use these technologies. Secondly, the way the world is changing, you cannot just have one education in one field and not keep evolving. So you have to keep uh, learning, what we call as the continuous learning world, right? So you have to keep changing yourself, learning new technologies, new skills. You'd have to adapt to the changes. You have to be prepared. And I'm addressing this to the new generation of this young students. We are old now, we are at the verge of retirement, but you are the people who are going to shape the world of the future. And you need to be ready to see huge amount of change happening in a very short duration. So you have to also adapt to this change. You need to be resilient. There will be disruptions. You may face failures, but you have to learn from failures and get up. You have to be more creative, right? Because as you know, LLMs are disrupting the creativity world as well, but there are certain aspects which the LLMs will not be able to address, right? So, and most importantly, the social skills. This is something that it will take ages for the artificial intelligence to reach at a stage where it can communicate, reason, lead teams, develop emotional intelligence, develop critical thinking. So these are some of the social skills that you need to practice. And within the short period of this internship program, we'll be focusing on technology skills. We'll be also focusing on your social skills. You will know how to learn to work together as a team. You will know how to communicate, how to give clarity, bring clarity in terms of your presentation skills, and so on and so forth. So that's the reason why we have undertaken this particular internship program. It follows the National Education Policy of 2020, which emphasizes the importance of research and internship. By NEP 60 to 120 hours. So what we have done is, and all of you know that, out there. So, switching back, I think we already discussed. So, what are you going to learn about data science? I would leave this particular session to Shujai, right, who will be taking the next session. So why data science matters for everyone? So no matter whether you are from the field of computer science, you are from the field of engineering, you are from the field of commerce, economics, social sciences, data is everywhere. Every field generates data. And particularly you will be joining maybe some kind of a business organization, right? And the business organization is all about how to use the data, how to understand the data, how to make decisions from the data. So the companies rely on data to make this decision. So those graduates who are data savvy will definitely stand out in their career path, right? So that's the reason why we are offering this internship. It's a high demand skill. Data literacy is one of the top skills employers are looking for. It helps you to become creative. Critical thinking can be nurtured. You can develop, ways of creatively using the new technologies, and it helps you to, to off problems does it solve. Okay, so it is a very, very important skill to have for any graduate. So without much ado, let me get into the actual program. So this is a mapping of, how the program objectives of this internship is mapped to the UGC guidelines. This is just for reference. It's not that important. So let's understand how this program is structured, although most of you already know it. We have two sections. We have divided the class into two sections. The section one is what we call is the foundational internship program. Those who have enrolled for the foundation internship program will be in section one. And those who are in section two will be the advance, are from the advance team. So there are some common topics. So we have created a schedule which has been shared by Bidisha with all of you. There are a few common topics, and then there are specific topics for section one, which is primarily focusing on developing Python programming skills, right? And then we'll be doing projects. So for section one, it will be 2 weeks of online classes, followed by 2 weeks of individual projects. Please note that these projects are all individual in section one. You will be working on Google Colab using Python notebook, and some more details will be shared later in today's session. Whereas for section two, there are more advanced topics that will be covered in the last week and in the second and third week. So, and then there will be group projects which will be doing under an assigned mentor for 7 weeks. So more details of the programs, when we cover the next few slides for today. So with this chart, I would like to hand over to Dr. Shujoy Biswas. So let me introduce Shujoy. So Shujoy is currently working as the Head of Research and Innovation at Ideas TH at ISI Kolkata. He completed his master's from ISI and in computer science, and then completed his PhD from University of California at Santa Cruz in the USA. He worked for IBM Research Labs in the US, and also and then after coming back, he has taught in Ramakrishna Mission Institute and has industry experience with Tata Motors. So Shujoy plays a very, very critical role in our organization. And I'd like to hand over to Shujoy to share his thoughts. Okay,
I hope I'm audible, right? Okay. Thank you, sir, for the generous introduction. So let us start with this. Let us start with this. Continue to share my slide that has the topic thinking with AI. There is some echo going on.
Yeah, I think Ognimitro sir is unmuted for that.
Okay. So I guess now it is okay. I don't know. There is still some going on. Just a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's perfect now. Okay, so let us start with thinking with AI. We are getting mixed signals from industry, and we are currently in a situation that doesn't let us decide on our own, and we are in an uncertain world at this moment. And we are looking for foundational concepts that would offer some kind of predictability moving forward. And this is why this session focuses on the kind of industry signals that we are getting, what kind of preparation can help us. And I would cover the foundational concepts in connection with this. And then we would conclude with a very brief practical session uh, that would demonstrate the theoretical underpinning of my talk. So let us move to the first slide, that is the labor market impacts of AI. This is the slide from a very popular Anthropic study that shows the theoretical capability of the AI models as observed by this study. And the blue part of this left hand chart, that shows the theoretical capability, and the red part shows the areas where AI coverage has already established. So this part, AI has considerably made progress, whereas this part, the blue part, has still plenty of opportunity for exploration, for monetization, whatever you call it. And on the other side, we can see the professions that are subject to this kind of disruption. And in this case, definitely the left figure shows some opportunity. We still have got opportunity as manifested with this blue part of this graph. So we have, going by this chart, we have a lot of opportunity still left, right? But at the same time, we see the GPT models, the new LLM models that are coming up, that are challenging the human performance, that are beating the human performance in many areas. And the researchers are compelled to build newer data sets to make the evaluation more and more difficult for the upcoming or the new coming models. So this shows the models are beating the human performance. So we are, the earlier slide showed us some opportunity, but this slide more or less portrayed a more grim picture. And moving forward, we see in another study by Stanford University, we would be covering this in more details in the subsequent slide. But here we see that AI is producing stunning results in drug discovery, but the same AI is struggling with time recognition from just an analog clock, right? So these are the mixed signals of, we are getting from AI progress, and this is because we are very early in this industry. I agree that we are noticing a lot of disruption that's happening, but at the same time, this kind of mixed signals are confusing us. And this is further complicated by the world that we live in. We live in what we in general call it a VUCA world. A VUCA world is that stands for volatility, uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity. And this VUCA world is marked by the geopolitical dynamics, climate disruptions, unstable economies, and global pandemics, right? So in this VUCA world, the all this the I would say the unpleasant feature of this world is further complicated by the explosion of AI, because the explosion of AI has added another dimension to this VUCA world. And in case if you're interested how this who coined this term VUCA world, this is coined by the US military to describe operations following the Cold War. But now this term is commonly used in the business world too, how one can make decisions in an uncertain territory. Now, in this world that we are living in, how AI is making things more complicated. For example, the volatility that is contributed by the rapidly changing AI ecosystem. The models are changing, newer models are coming up, the newer data sets coming up, old assumptions are no more valid. And then again, there is uncertainty. Data drifts and model drifts are unfortunate realities. They are also making the prediction more short term, I would say, because the predictions are not holding for a reasonably long time. There is complexity, right? You don't trust the AI prediction because I don't see anyone trusting a payment gateway entirely coded by AI. We are not in a position that we can ship a code to production entirely coded by AI. That has to be manually supervised at some point, right? And then ambiguity. Ambiguity is when there are multiple options exist, but none of them is optimal. So these things are characteristics of AI world. So these things raise the question that are we living in a bubble? Is AI a job killer? So with these questions, we'll be moving on to the crux of this talk, and I won't go into the introduction because CEO sir has already described my past affiliation. Right now, I head the research and innovation at Ideas Technology Innovation Hub. In the past, I used to hold both academic and industrial positions in various capacities. The talk of today centers around this single idea that we are getting mixed signals from industry, and to survive in this industry, we need a foundational skill called AI fluency. Why we need AI fluency? In order to survive in this industrial landscape, right? And I would try to motivate this talk with the signals that the state of AI 2026 is revealing, where we are, what kind of scenario is presented by the progress of AI. That we will be briefly seeing by the state of AI report that has recently come up, and that pertains to 2026. This present year, and that motivation would lead us to building the skill that we need, that is the AI fluency, and that builds on top of a 4D framework. And this is the Anthropic school of thought that I personally subscribe to, and I'm sure there are many developers, many research scientists, people both from academia and industry, they subscribe to this kind of belief that we need this kind of framework to work with AI. As CEO sir has mentioned, that we need to collaborate with AI. But how? How this has to be done? We need to follow some framework. So I would introduce you to this framework as the foundation, and then I would conclude with a brief practical session where I would use AI as knowledge partner. And this is something that I used for this lecture. I would show you how I partner with AI to come up with this lecture that I intended for this young, going to be job ready audience, right? So we start with the motivation. Why do we need AI fluency? And we would start with the State of AI report in 2026. So this 2026 study is based on this Stanford report, and we'd be seeing this study is further augmented by a nice visualization contributed by IEEE Spectrum, where they showed the 12 major trends of AI in 2026 by 12 graphs. This is fascinating. So we would be moving through 12 graphs that would portray the progress of AI in 2026. The first graph is the select geographic areas that are contributing to the progress of AI. We see that United States is contributing most compared to the other countries, but China is catching up fast, and Europe is steady, but so it is moving steadily, right? And the second graph is the rise of industrial robots, the five countries, and definitely China is leading ahead, right? And there are other graphs like global computing capacity from AI chips and estimated carbon emissions. So I would strongly recommend that you go and visit this URL when your time permits. It is my slide won't be able to capture a lot of details, a lot of very informative insights that are conveyed in both this PDF and this website from IEEE Spectrum. There are other prominent patterns to notice. For example, I mentioned this interesting study where the AI models are struggling with recognizing time from analog clocks, but at the same time, these AI models are excelling somewhere else. For example, drug discovery, medicine, and a lot of investments are also happening, right? So it's not that maybe we are in a bubble, but right now there are a lot of opportunity, a lot of growth, and you see that there are frontier, new emerging areas. The emerging areas are coming up. The frontier is moving with multitask language understanding. AI is performing, or AI is being trained to perform at PhD level science graduate, right? So all these benchmarks are coming up. Can AI perform at this level? So all these benchmarks are coming up, visual reasoning. So where I see considerable opportunity for growth. All these opportunities exist at this point. So there are a lot of work to do. And of course, the threat by AI in the area of job is, I would say, we are getting a mixed signal. We are not in a situation to say which kind of signal is more dominant than the other. There is reports of job growth because the companies, for example, when I would say the AI LLM companies, when they are saying that they are going to automate a lot of white collar jobs, we see they're aggressively recruiting computer scientists, computer engineers for their work, right? So on one hand, we are saying that they are talking about the job loss, but on the other side, they are aggressively recruiting computer scientists, computer engineers, data scientists. So I mean, we don't know if this is a part of the what we call marketing, but we know for sure that there is considerable opportunity for growth who have the right skill set, right? Having the right skill set is the key here, and we can see the number of GitHub AI projects that is exponentially increasing. So this kind of signals confirm that the world is embracing AI, the world is using AI, and a lot of new frontiers are opening. So this is all about the world status. So I would like to introduce you to the status of India. India is not just watching. India is also making progress, and India is making innovation in many areas. So I would share with you this recent NASCOM study that shows the 2025 top AI research that has happened in India. And I won't go into the details because our time won't permit. I wish I could go through all of them. They are fantastic work that have come out from many Indian labs. So I would definitely encourage you to go through them, search on internet, and get the information. Perhaps many of these work align with your personal interest, right? But AI doesn't come without any cost. AI definitely comes with a cost. The data centers, they spend a lot of electricity. The data centers require a lot of cooling facilities. And in fact, this funny event that happened is Sam Altman once said that when people politely behave with the AI, they often use the please and thank you. But since we are using tokens that the LLMs process, this please and thank you are burning cash on the side of the LLM providers. So they are burning tons of money on the other side. So they are discouraging to use the please and thank you, this friendly gestures. So this shows the cash burning, the huge amount of cash burning that is happening. And there is also licensing cost of AI tools. The aggressive use of AI tools is leading to the spiraling cost. Uh, the the recent studies all show how the cost is going through the roof. And there are trust issues of AI, right? So a lot of things that AI is doing need to be verified. So what I showed you in the first part of this motivation is groundbreaking results that are coming up from the AI research labs. And at the same time, I am right now sharing with you the various issues, for example, the cost issues, the trust issues, all these things. So we need to be careful about using AI. So putting all these things, how we can move forward. So what is the future? So this is a beautiful book written by Tim O'Reilly not long ago. It's just a few years back. So the name is funny, but this is the book that shows how uh, emerging technology taking shape, how emerging technology is disrupting many areas of human life. But one thing that I really like is this particular comment by Goodread. I would definitely encourage every one of you to read this book. But the thing that requires our current attention is this line that the technology let us do things that were previously unimaginable. That is the point. Of course, AI comes with its own limitation, but we have something that allows us to do something that we couldn't imagine in the past. This is the message that I want you to leave this lecture, this introductory session. And with this, I am going into the skill building part where we see AI as a five-layer cake. This is taken from the beautiful talk from Jensen Huang, the CEO of NVIDIA. And here he has rightly portrayed the AI as five-layer industry. Now, the infrastructure, chips, and energy layers, this is not for us. This requires different kind of skill set. So we are not focusing on this three layers. We are focusing on applications and models. The applications and model, if you look at the other side, the applications and model are disrupting so many industries, starting from digital biology, autonomous cars, robotics, manufacturing, and all sort of things. So we are focusing on applications and models, and what are the skills, tech, and the knowledge we require to make us more marketable, right? So this is with this, perhaps I have convinced you that we are getting good opportunity from the industry. There are a lot of opportunity for personal growth, given that we have the right skill set. Now, what is that foundational skill that would make us marketable, right? That would make our skills marketable. So this is the foundation, and I call it a 4D framework that would help us build the foundation for AI fluency. AI fluency is the way people work with the humans work with AI. So this is a framework that facilitates human AI collaboration. And AI fluency means engaging with AI systems effectively, efficiently, ethically, and safely. These are the, uh, I would say, the four cornerstones for working with AI. The human AI collaboration rests on these four cornerstones for this AI fluency to happen. Now, AI fluency, so I would take things apart. The first is the delegation and diligence combination. So delegation means when you start a work, the project, I'm not talking about simple summarization or just give me 5 bullet points on this topic, that topic. I'm not talking about this kind of very simple stuff. I'm talking about large scale project. For example, I would definitely connect with your internship at some point, but for now, you can think of your internship project, right? That can be a good example for the kind of project that I have in my mind when I'm introducing you to this 4D framework, the large scale project, industrial project. So when we are talking about this industrial project, the first thing is to decide which part would be done by the human and which part I would delegate to the AI. That is the task delegation. We call it task delegation. And the task delegation is tied with the diligence. Diligence is the task that we are giving away to AI. Is this ethical? Is it safe? One has to take the ownership. One has to make it transparent, right? For example, if a self-driving car hits and kills a person, who is going to take the responsibility? Is it the car or the car manufacturer? All these questions come up in the diligence part. So delegation, when you are delegating some task to AI, you should also be ready for the ethical and safety responsibility. That is a part of the diligence. Delegation and diligence, they are tied with each other. Okay. And then next is description and discernment. Here, the engineering part comes in. Description means when we have decided that this part is going to be done with the AI, how we can make sure that the communication between the human and AI takes place properly. Is there any communication gap? So this is where the prompt engineering comes in, right? The prompt engineering, there are a lot of things. Perhaps many of you know the 4 C's: context, content, constraint. So all these things, the 4 C's that we talk about, they come into the role. How prompt engineering enables the proper communication between you and AI. And when you describe the desired output from the AI does its part, AI crunches number, AI gives you the output. That is not the end of the job. Rather, it goes on in an iterative loop. You need to reflect. That's why I've said reflection. Reflection is a term that you see, many of you who are familiar with the AI literature, you would be able to recognize what is reflection. Reflection is a method where you give feedback to the AI system that this needs to be modified, this is not proper, you need to do this, you need to do that, change it. So you are evaluating AI, you are giving feedback. So this is a very I would say important way, important part of this human AI collaboration. So description and discernment is that part where the human and AI, they work in an iterative fashion. And this is what I've shown here. When you start a job, with this description, the initial prompt, AI gives you the response, and you start reflecting on its response. You provide AI the feedback. AI works on it. AI gives you the second response, and you start reflecting on the second response. This iterative process goes on till desired outcome is reached. That is the part of this description and discernment. So putting all things together, this is a 4D framework: delegation, description, discernment, and diligence. What I want to point out is all steps are interlinked. That means things are not that simple. You can go from one step to, one part of this diagram to another. They're all interlinked. You can move from one point to another. So that shows the complexity of a seemingly very simple framework, but this framework is extremely powerful. That I want to tell you. Okay. Now, this is the how part, how AI fluency is built with this framework. And this is the what part. What part is what we are going to do with this AI fluency. Primarily three tasks. One is automation. Automation is you are automating, for example, you are summarizing a text. You are taking the main points of a text. You are transcribing an audio. These are the automation. Augmentation is when you don't know about a topic, you take AI's help to explore the topic. You use AI as a knowledge partner. That is the thing that I would be quickly showing you in the demo part. And agency is the most sophisticated part, where you use AI agents to do multiple components of a very big project, which can be decomposed into smaller chunks, simpler chunks. These are the objectives, or these are the areas that AI fluency aims to achieve. What is how this AI fluency is going to help you? How AI fluency is going to help you in your internship? If you're focusing on your internship, which you should do, your objective should be to use this 4D framework for industry research, for skill gap identification, because you would be working on something which you would not be knowing, particularly in your project. So you need to upskill yourself. So you need to brainstorm new ideas with AI. You need to use AI as coach, as learning partner. And at some point, you'd be using AI for workflow automation. For example, code base automation. You would be needing new report. You would be making PowerPoints. You would be doing analysis. But remember, just don't delegate the task to AI and forget. This is what we often see. We often receive report which has everything, but the name of the intern is not there. So this is not the way you should work with AI. This is the reason I took trouble to show you this 4D framework, where discernment, diligence, these are all important parts of taking responsibility, making sure that AI doesn't deviate from the desired outcome, right? You need to make sure that AI does what it is desired to do. Now, with this, I would briefly show you, maybe in 5 minutes time, I don't have much time. I would briefly show you how I partnered with the AI and created this report based on the signals from the industry, the signals, I mean the 12 graphs that I got, what are the prominent trends that industry is telling us. So what I did is I used AI as my knowledge partner for exploring this new frontier. And what the tool I used is Notebook LM, and I used Notebook LM to create this AI Index 2026, the global state of AI. And for that, I approached the project, or I approached the task this way. So the project statement is exploring the state of AI in 2026. I delegated the task, I mean the searching and the summary of the report. I delegated this particular task to Notebook LM. But I didn't delegate the PowerPoint and slide making to Notebook LM because I want uh, meticulous control in making slides. Otherwise, I won't be able to convey my points, the detailed points to you. So I reserved it for myself. See, I didn't delegate all of the tasks to the AI. I delegated only the automation part, for example, searching and organization of facts and information. And then diligence is the Stanford reports that I would be sharing with you, and the prompts. You would be seeing how I did that. So I try to be transparent in my approach. I decided that I would be sharing everything with you. This is the diligence part, and I expect you to do the same. Description, you can understand when I uploaded this Stanford report, Google LM, Google Notebook LM would be able to parse the report and summarize for me. Okay, discernment is verification and verification of the facts. How it is done, I would be quickly showing you how it is done. Uh, just a moment. And so if you go to the Notebook LM, Google Notebook LM, and try Notebook LM, I won't upload the PDFs because if I upload the PDFs, that would take long time. So I already did that. What you would do is if you click add sources, it would let you add the PDFs. It's pretty simple. You upload the file from here. I upload it from here. And then once you upload them, this is the two files I uploaded. This is the industry report from 2026, and this is the report from 2025. And then I select web and did a deep research on the prompt that what are the similar sources of information that you can fetch from internet. It did that. It did that. For example, if I show you, if I show you the screen, if I show you, so this is the screenshot that I took when I asked the Notebook LM to fetch me the state of AI industry opportunities and associated costs. It returned back with 59 sources, and then top 20 sources it sorted and ranked, and it is asking me, should I import or not? So I clicked on import, and all these sources are made part of this. So this is a Notebook LM. If you search on YouTube, you would be able to understand how Notebook LM works. The objective of this session is not to show you Notebook LM itself, but how I partnered with AI in order to get my job done. That is the main idea. So Notebook LM offers many things. For example, mind map, and then slide. All these things are available on Notebook LM. For example, you can see these are the slides that AI landscape, sorry, these are the mind maps that AI landscape shows. What are the prominent points, prominent trends and patterns that we are getting to see? So these are the things that are doable with the Notebook LM. And this is how I partnered with AI in order to do uh, in order to split the work between the human and the AI. And the 4D framework is used to do this thing. Now, it's up to you how you'd use Notebook LM, sorry, how you'd use the 4D framework to do your job. For example, the internship part. And I conclude here. In summary, what I did is we saw the motivation, the signals from industry. We built the foundation with AI fluency, and we demonstrated one practical session, short practical session, where I partnered with AI as a knowledge partner to explore the industry trends that I shared in the first part, the state of AI in 2026. With this, I conclude my session, Thinking with AI. Thank you for your attention and time.
Okay, thank you, Shujoy. We are now almost halfway through the today's introductory session. So I'd request Mr. Dityendu Datto, our technology leader, to take you through the next steps, that how, what kind of projects you can expect to do and what kind of approach you can take to deliver those projects. So over to you, Dityendu. So Dityendu, you need to unmute. Hello? Dityendu, are you able to hear? Vidisha, are you able to hear?
Yes, sir, I can hear you.
So I'm not sure if Mr. Datta is able to hear us. So let's move to
Sir,
the.
should I call him, sir?
Yeah, you can call him, but let's. I think you can move to the next part, and I'll get him back after that. Okay.
Okay, okay.
I will call him. Okay. So let's get to the part where we are discussing about the onboarding to completion. So over to you, Vidisha. So just to
Yeah,
introduce Vidisha, Vidisha joined Ideas TIH last year. She's a BTech and MTech, and she's currently pursuing her PhD at IIT ISM Dhanbad and has extensive teaching experience. And she will be the program coordinator for this internship program, as well as be your key point of contact. Okay. So over to you, Vidisha.
yeah. Thank you, sir. So, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the internship orientation session. We are delighted to have all of you as a part of this program. So, with this inaugural session, we officially begin the summer cohort 2026 starting from today. So, the theory classes will start immediately after this inaugural session. Um as you have already got the schedule for both section 1 and section 2. For section 1, first 2 week will be the will focus entirely on the theoretical learning, while the section 2 participant will undergo the first 3 weeks of the theory session before moving into the project work. So this approach is
Sorry,
so,
good.
this approach is intended to provide all interns with the necessary knowledge and technical foundation before beginning their practical assignments. Sir, can you please move to the next slide? Okay. So, here are some general guidelines for the online classes. So, as we start our internship from 18th of May, and the theory session will be we are starting from tomorrow. So, all participants are requested to join using their registered name to ensure the proper attendance recording, and the classes will be mostly we will do using the Zoom platform only, and the classes will be held from 7 to 9 p.m. Monday to Friday. And if there are any changes in the class schedule, then that will be communicated in advance. And already we have for the section 2, one class we have in the Saturday, I think. And so if other than that, if anything comes up in our pipeline, then that will be communicated in advance. So other thing is participants are requested to this is very important for your attendance. Please make sure that you are using your registered name for the proper attendance recording. We also encourage everyone to join 5 minutes before the scheduled start time to avoid the delays. And to successfully complete the internship, a minimum attendance of 80% is required. However, the recorded session will be there, but that will be available for a limited period, like for 10 days from the commence of the that a particular session. So as this is a large batch, more than for each program, like advanced and foundation, we have almost 350 participant for the individual course. So kindly keep your microphones muted when not speaking and avoid distraction during the session to maintain a professional learning environment. So next slide. So this is, I think all of you have already received. So this is the schedule for the section 1. Any changes or update regarding the schedule will be communicated in advance for section 1. Next is section 2. So as you can see, for the 25th May, we have no class for that, and behalf of that, we have scheduled on 1st June. So there's a small change in the schedule. So if anything comes up apart from this, we will let you know. So the main yeah, so now this for the section 1 project work detail. So the project activities will begin for the section 1 who are enrolled themselves for foundation course from the third week onward, and project will be allocated randomly, and there will be a list of notebooks that related to different project will be shared. Please note that once you complete the your theory sessions, So end of the second week, you will all the participants will receive an feedback form, and once you submit that feedback form, the project will be automatically sent to your registered email ID. And a group of mentors will be there to assist your queries. So it's not a individual, it's an individual project, it's not a group project. So but mentor, a group of mentor will be there, and we are requesting everyone, whenever you are raising your queries, please give a minimal 48 hours of 48 working hours to our mentors for response, to response that particular query. And when we are assigning the projects randomly, please make sure that there will be no alteration or project change in that particular case. And if you are requesting anything like project changes based on your peer group's preference, that will also not be accepted. And the few main guideline for the project work for this section 1, a project report will be shared once you start your project work third week onwards. So you have to prepare the project report based on that format, and the submission deadline is 14th June 2026, and there will be no extension for this. And you will get the internship certificate of completion that will be issued based on your performance. So unless until you are submitting the project report and we are not getting the approval from your mentor, completion certificate you won't get. So make sure that you are submitting your project on time, and you are coordinating with your mentor throughout your project work to get the completion certificate. So now for the section 2. So for this particular case, this is little different from section 1. So here each group will be assigned individual mentor. So it's a group based project, and it will start from the fourth week onwards. And this group will be formed best formed by the group will be formed by the TIH program office based on the information you were sharing during your registration, like your background, your course curriculum in which you are registered. So based on that, TIH program office will form a group, and the minimum and maximum number of the group members that will be notified in later stage, and the choice of the project area that also be shared in the later stage once you complete the theory session. And the project topics in case of the section 2, that will be completely provided by the mentor. So the important time frame for this particular one is submission deadline is 24th of July, and same as the section 1 project, there will be no extension in this case as well, and you will get the completion certificate only after submitting the project report and after getting the approval from the mentor. So these are this slide basically focus how you should communicate with your professors, mentors, program staff, and peers. So when you are sending emails, be clear, concise, and polite and professional. And whoever you are sending the emails, please allow up to 48 hours working hours for a response, as a faculty. Mentors may have other commitments as well. In a group, be respectful, cooperative, and open to different ideas. Good teamwork is a very critical factor for your project success. In conflicts arise, try to resolve them professionally. If needed, escalate the unresolved the issues to your mentor or the program coordinator. So here few other important points for any class related issues, like if you're facing any technical issues or difficulties during the online classes. Don't be panic for that. Recorded session will be there, so that you can access up to 10 days, 10 to 15 days you can access that. So, and if you're facing any challenges apart from your theory, like the project work, any technical difficulties or lack of understanding or requirements, anything. So first you have to approach your mentor. So if you are not getting response, then you can escalate that to the program coordinator. And the next most important thing, that is the course cancellation rule. Once the internship starts, no cancellation are allowed and no fees will be refunded if you choose to leave, and you are expected to fully commit for the full duration. So please ensure you have time and resource to complete the program. And regarding the campus visit, for section 1 it is fully online, no need to visit the campus. And for the section 2, um, maybe if your team members maybe need to be visit the designated place if your mentor advised. Otherwise, you may complete the entire course fully online mode, and outstation participants are not required to travel at IDSTIH. So this all about from my side. And
Okay, thank you, Vidisha.
yeah,
So, Mr. Datta's session is left out. We'll come back to that. I think
I am back.
That's okay, sir. But let's first finish the quiz, which follows the Vidisha session.
Okay.
They have to do some registration. So we'll come back to your section after that. So, Dr. Chandan Biswas, who is our senior
Yeah.
research engineer, data scientist, and he will be talking about the quiz and self-assessment part. So don't get alarmed by the term quiz. The quiz is only to question your own knowledge in terms of what you have learned in these classes, and it is more for self-assessment. Although there will be a grade that you will be, we'll be using a tool for the quizzes, and Dr. Chandan Biswas will take you through that. So over to you.
Yeah. Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay. So for this quiz, for each session, we have a quiz, except one or two missing, which are not required right now. So for this quiz, you have to sign up in examboost.ai website, and there you have to select primary exam focus as ideas TIH foundation internship if you are doing that foundation internship, and whoever doing this advanced internship, they have to select advanced ideas TIH advanced internship summer 2026. After that, you have to select educator or institution as ideas TH, and fill the name, phone number, and email ID, all those things. then you have to sign up there. After sign up, you have to log in into AI Exam Boost, examboost.ai, and then you have to go to dashboard. So this is the website examboost.ai, where you can see in top right corner there is a sign up option. Next, please. Yeah. Here, when you will click that sign up option, then you will get this screen. Here you have to select first. You have to select that student, your student, and plan. You have to select free, and then primary exam focus. You have to select these ideas TH foundation or advanced course, and in right panel you can see there is a select educator. Here you have to select ideas TH. Okay, and all other fields you have to fill, and then you have to sign up. After signing up, when you will logged in, you will see this dashboard for you. So go next. In this dashboard, please next slide. In this dashboard, you will get this assigned mock test. Available exam, within available exam, you will be you will get this assigned mock test. Here you can take this test. Uh, you can try those tests multiple times. There will be once you take then there will be a button will where a retake option is there. So you can practice multiple times, but in our database only your first attempt will be recorded. And you have to there you can see there is a completed by option is there. You have to complete those quiz within that time frame, and each test will be available after your a particular session is over. Okay.
Right. So thank you,
See.
Dr. Biswas.
Yeah.
And the details, of course, this instructions will be sent to all of you. You will also get a copy of this PPT. So do not worry if you have not noted down the website and things like that. Those will be shared. So we now move to the session that we missed out from Mr. Diptendra Datta. So I'm going back, sorry for the scrolling. So we'll go back to this session. And I was watching the the YouTube stream, and there were questions around what kind of projects we'll do, whether it will be industry focused projects, whether it will be a research project, whether it will be a textbook project, what kind of project. So Mr. Datta is going to answer all of that. Mr. Datta, as you can see, is BE in computer science from Jadavpur University and a MS in computer science from Saskatchewan. And he has varied experience for more than 3 decades on working in various technologies. And he is the head of our technology practice in Ideas TIH. And most of the projects that we'll be doing at Ideas TIH, will in some way will report to Mr. Dotto. So I'd request Mr. Dotto to give elucidate on what to expect in terms of the internship project. So over to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Bishash. So I am audible, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So Notebook LLM, you have already been exposed to. The other one is Ulama. I just brought up these two tools right at the beginning because just like the Notebook LLM example given by Dr. Bishash, I think using AI in our day-to-day work is becoming very common. That was also explained to you in that 4D framework and other things. So we are doing it anyways. So what we are trying to evangelize, if I may put it that way, is that go local. That is something which I think at this point in time needs to be stressed, that you don't need to use just these large systems like ChatGPT and Claude. You can do a lot more if you are able to learn how to use small language models, using various tools like Olama. So that was the only reason I had this slide up there, that it is expected all interns will learn these two. It's like ABCD, dal chawal of the industry today. Okay, so all of you will are expected, you are requested to learn how to use these tools. Next slide, please. Right. So this is the main issue, I guess. Everybody has questions around this topic and maybe concerns about the project topics. So as mentioned earlier, that for section one, we are going to create. I mean, we have already created a very rich set of projects that will have to be done individually by each intern in section one. So these would be Jupyter notebooks. If you do not know what Jupyter notebook is, please educate yourself. Of course, you'll be going through classes where the faculty members, many of whom are our engineers, they will actually show how to use a Jupyter notebook. But it doesn't harm if you do some studies and read up on how to use Jupyter notebooks and associated skills, basically. For section two, if I may go to the next slide, please. Right. So for section two, we will be creating these Google Forms where we will take more details from you, hopefully about your background, your skills, because your joint section two, it would be expected that you will be having some skills. Okay, whatever that may be, doesn't matter actually, and you have an inclination to learn and do things. So the project size and all these things will be discussed. Don't worry about the exact project size. These are all flexible in many ways. And the same mentor may be in charge of multiple groups. So this is one point I would like to stress. Okay, have a try to create a very good relationship with your mentor. This is something which you will need when you go into your professional life. You have to have a good relationship with your boss, right? Otherwise, life becomes tough. So this is your starting point of learning how to work in a team, how to work with your boss, and how to manage conflicting requirements. So you will have your classes, your exams, or whatever. You have to manage time and do your tasks as per the project guide's direction. And regarding guidance, do not assume that the knowledge level of your mentor is a superset of your knowledge level. That may happen in many of situations where you will know a little bit, but your mentor will know a lot about that particular topic. But in certain cases, both you and your mentor would be newcomers in the technology area. We actually promote such technology collaborations, technology investigations. If everything is known by the mentor, that means that topic is quite old. Okay. And we at Ideas are always working on projects where we are pushing the limits. None of us are experts on some of the technologies that we are working with at Ideas. We are exploring from morning to night. So we are learning just like you. Okay. So keep that in mind, that you don't think that you just shoot off a query and your mentor, since he knows everything, he or she will be able to shoot off a reply immediately. No, it doesn't happen that way in the industry. Okay. Many of the problems are open problems, and there are multiple ways of addressing those problems. That is a part of the learning process. Regarding project topics, let me finish off by saying that you are welcome to come up with your project topics and suggest project topics to your mentor. Your mentor will be the final arbitrator. I mean, the decision will be made by your. We have lined up a large number of mentors from the industry mostly. There are some faculty members as well. So they will engage with you and decide upon the suitable project topic. But what I would urge you to do is, if your mentor is suggesting some real life project work which is connected to some kind of a product development or an ongoing project, jump for that. Instead of you dreaming about a project or copying from Kaggle, and you think you're doing an end-to-end project, but it's very trivial. Anybody who takes a look at your project will understand that this is a superficial project. It has everything, but actually nothing. Okay. And just a few queries, it would become obvious that you have taken things from the internet. And rather, I would suggest you engage with your mentors and find out small sub problems. Okay. These are not end-to-end projects. You don't do everything. You don't do the UI, the backend, the database design, the research. No, you have only 1 month, for God's sake. So if you are given a small sub problem, that is much more, in my opinion, suitable for a 1 month period for doing a project. So you can go deep into that problem, whatever that problem area may be, and then come up with some kind of a solution, something which is useful to the society at large. Okay, so we are running a multiple projects, and we are facing so many technical problems here at Ideas. By problems, I mean open questions. Okay, whether it's in machine learning, whether it's database, whether it's data engineering, you just name it, and we have the problem. So some of these problems will be shared with you by our engineers and our development staff, who are all going to be your mentors, along with external mentors. So given the chance of working on a real life problem, my recommendation is to go for it rather than create something like a trivial problem from the Kaggle or some other place. So that would be my recommendation. The final decision, of course, would be made by the mentor in consultation with the group members. I think I've covered most of the areas. Anything else? No, I'm done, I think.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Datto. And we'll answer. There are few queries, and I can see that in the YouTube chat window also there are queries. So don't worry, it will get cleared up as we move ahead with this training program. So there is last part is the Q&A. Now, since we cannot do a live Q&A here because the YouTube channel is running a little bit in a lag. So what we have done is we have created a set of FAQ, and we'll quickly go through the FAQ. If there are more queries, use the Google form that was circulated by Vidisha ma'am. That will be a better way to address your queries rather than calling up or calling her up. Okay. So we'll cover few of the questions that has been already asked by participants. So let's start with that. So first of all, what are the expectations? What are the prerequisites for both of this? For foundational internship, that is section 1, there is no such prerequisite. We welcome learners from any field, any year, any seniority, So you need to have a knack for data science, and all you need is a Google account. You'll have access to Google Code, and the remaining training will be provided in terms of Python notebook, etc. Now, section 2, most of the projects will require Python programming skills. And if you are not familiar Python, I already saw a few participants are asking whether I can get a transfer to section 1 because I don't have Python programming skills. So what I would request is, we can send a request to Bidisha ma'am that you would like to, what will help you, I believe, is that if you attend the Python sessions from section 1. So if you're not familiar with Python, or you want to brush up your Python skills, best would be to join the 4 Python lecture sessions that have been planned for section 1. We can allow you to do that, but we cannot have a complete switch of, say, from section 1, section 2 to section 1, or refund of the fees. So my suggestion would be to complete the Python classes from section 1, then continue with section 2, and complete a project from from the section 2. Also, as you know, in section 2, the projects are group projects. So I'm sure you will be helping out each other. So even if you are not familiar, you should have someone familiar with Python in your team, and the co-team member can guide you. How much you are expected to learn? It really depends on what you want to learn. We don't think that we can spoon feed you. This is not a classroom session. Although we have some lecture sessions, but primarily this is about exploring and taking guidance from the mentors. So you are required to find out information of how to solve the problem. Don't keep asking the mentor how I will do this, how I will do that. I think Mr. Datta also said the same thing. So it is up to you, onus is on you, that how much, all the information is available in the digital world. Go and find out how you can deliver a certain solution, and then come to the mentor and say, "Look, this is how I have planned to do it." And the mentor will tell you whether you're on the right track or not. So it entirely depends on you, that how much you are gaining from the internship program, frankly. And that has been our experience from the past several sessions. This is not the first time we are running it. We already have more than 2,000 students who have participated in several internship programs. So a lot of onus is on the students themselves. Okay. Can I switch to advanced internship now, or after the 4-week foundational phase? Unfortunately, we are not allowing switching unless this has been already approved. I know there are a couple of students who, by mistake, they paid 4-week fees instead of 10-week fees. So those have been already approved for switching. But other than that, in the middle of the session, we are not allowing the switching. The only thing that we will allow, as I've mentioned here, that being in section 2, you can attend the Python classes from section 1 to brush up your skills. Okay, let's move on to the next part. There are multiple FAQs. I think there are a lot of questions, so that's good. And we would, like you to go through this, add this FAQ. So this PPT will be shared, of course, and then you can also go through these questions. Most of the questions that we received is, will the sessions be recorded? What happens if I cannot attend it? I have exams, classes, etc. Yes, we know that, and all the sessions will be recorded. I think Bidisha already mentioned they will be available for 2 weeks from Zoom to be downloaded Okay, so please download it, because after 2 weeks, in order to save space on the Zoom platform, we have to delete them from the Zoom platform. Okay, so don't come back to us after 1 month and say, I need the recordings. It may not be possible to retrieve them. What if I miss a session due to travels, exams, emergency? Of course, you can. That is the whole purpose of the recordings. You can catch up on this. There is no need to do individual follow-ups that, or to inform that, today I need absence. There are, hundreds of students in this program, participants. So, try to limit the interaction. Don't need to inform the mentor or the instructor or Vidisha if you want to take a leave. Okay, it's up to you how you manage your time. We are providing all the resources so that you can manage your time properly. Same with the next question. If you have a clash, I don't know if you have classroom clashes at 7 p.m., but yes, if you have, you can still do it later. Okay, next part, we got a few questions around the schedule, timeline, quiz, grading, etc. So the schedule, I think, has been mentioned by Bidisha already for the foundation program and for the advanced program. Please stick to this. Okay, we will not have extension of these dates because that will be unfair to others. I saw a few questions around, can we finish the report earlier than 24th July or 14th June. Yes, you can finish it earlier, but it has to be as per the satisfaction of the mentor. If you don't do anything, submit a junk report, it will not be accepted. Whether there will be quizzes and assignments, there are no assignments, but there will be quizzes in the Exam Boost portal. I saw a few messages in the YouTube that people are facing difficulty in registering to this portal. It is probably happening because of concurrent logins. And after this session, if all 500 students want to log in, it may create a jam there, bottleneck. So take your time. You can register it later, tomorrow afternoon. It should work fine. Okay. So the quizzes are for self-evaluation only. As I said, the grades. So what will be the grades for? The grades are for your own assessment. You will be getting the quiz grades right after the quiz. The projects will also be graded. We are not going to normally share this in the certificate unless you specifically ask us to share the grades in your certificate. Can I get a week by week schedule to share with my college? I think the online training sessions have been already shared. You can do that. For the project part, we are requesting you to maintain a plan and a daily log. You can, mention in the log what you have worked on a daily basis, and time to time get it validated and approved by the mentor. Okay, we will not be able to provide a week by week schedule of the entire project duration. How many hours per week should I plan for? I think this was mentioned in our website, 15 to 20 hours, right? Because the 4-week internship translates to 60 hours of work. That includes the classroom lectures as well as the project work, right? And the 10-week internship is counted as 120 hours. So that tells you how much effort you need to put. Project allocation, teams and completion. I think these also have been covered, but because we got a lot of questions around this, we are putting it in the FAQ also. So the project mentors will be pre-assigned, and this will be based on some data that is collected from you. So we'll go through the build list data that has been collected. If we need additional data from you, we will circulate another form to collect that information based on your skills, proficiency, area of interest, and then we'll try to allocate the right kind of mentor. This is for section 2. For section 1, there are no individual mentors. the entire TIH team will work as a mentor if you face any difficulty. So, you will be required to do the project online, and if you face any difficulty, you can contact us. So most of these questions are applicable for section 2, that is the advanced internship. How will the project teams be formed? Can I work with a partner? We'll see, the groups. We would like to form the groups ourselves, because in real life, when you join any organization, you are not allowed to pick your partner, right? So here also, assume that this is an online uh, company that you are working for in online mode. So you generally would not uh, have a say in terms of who will work in your project team. But you may indicate a preference, it may or may not be honored. Can I work on statistics topics of your interest? See, we cannot guarantee that you will get exactly the same interest area. We will try, but I think we understand the subject better. So please leave it to us in terms of the topics, in terms of the projects. It is based on our requirements also. We have a lot of ongoing projects, so work will be assigned from those projects as well. Okay, so we'll try to align. We will make sure that there is learning happening, which is more important. Whether it's ARIMA, time series, these are just some terminologies. Okay, it's more important to understand the context, understand the business, understand the actual application of these. Can the project be completed before I return to college in July? So you have to submit it as the date mentioned. If you have to return to college and some part is before the deadline, you can still continue because it's all online work. Okay, just a couple of more slides. Physical presence not required. Is a campus visit guaranteed? Not required. If you want to visit, please fix a prior meeting with your mentor or with the office. Fix an appointment. But not all mentors are from ISI. So but if there is a genuine need to visit, you are always welcome to visit our office. In fact, today I think 4 of the interns came and met us at our office. So you are always welcome. But there are a lot of participants in this internship, and we are not planning for a group session or in the office, in the campus. Next question is, I think, already answered several times. Although it says hybrid, for out-of-city participants, there is no requirement to travel to ISI campus. The entire internship can be done online. If on personal interest and time and money you want to visit, that's up to you, but there is no requirement. Will we work on real research projects from the institute? So as I said, this institute may not be ideas ISI. There are mentors from the industry and academia, and it is not necessarily a research project, but it will be a practical project. Especially for section 2, you will be working on some of the real life projects that are being handled. Last slide for today. Attendance is mandatory or not for the online classes? We keep getting this question, and it gives us suspicion that whether you are serious about this internship or not. So you have to be serious. Try to attend as many classes as possible, right? If you miss a class because of emergency or some other reason, of course, you can catch up using the videos, using the lectures, using the materials that will be shared, but do not make it a habit of not attending the session. So we will keep a track, and the lack of attendance will inform the candidates. Okay, we can keep the track from the Zoom meetings. Are there any offline internship opportunities? No, at this time, we don't have any offline internship opportunities. The offline internship opportunities are available from our, published on our job portal from time to time when they're available. So please make it a habit to follow our website, and you may check our job portal from time to time to see if there are any internships offered. Can students get an offer letter for college requirements? When will the offer letter be provided? So I believe offer letter in the sense that you need some kind of an authorization that you are undertaking this internship. So we will issue that kind of a, sorry, I think the answer got jumbled up. I think, yeah, last slide was a duplicate slide. I'm sorry about that. This is the slide. So the third question here, can students get an offer letter for the college? So we'll be providing you with an internship registration letter for your college, which you can show, right? This will be sent online in next couple of days. I think the remaining part we have already covered. Will the mentor be able to provide me with a referral if my project is good? No, we by policy, we do not allow the mentors to issue a referral based on internship only. Okay, but if you are able to sufficiently influence the mentor offers you a long-term work in their department or project, then that's a different story. But for only this 4 week or 10 week internship, we do not have any um, policy of issuing referrals. So that brings to the end of today's session. Today's session, we did not intend to keep it till 9 p.m. But most of the other days, the session will continue till 9 p.m. Okay. And let me just quickly check the window, the chat window, to see if there are any other similar questions. So yeah, I saw that there are a few questions about not being able to sign up in the Exam Boost AI portal. So as I said, please give it a time, space it out. If everybody tries to register in one time, it may throw you out. Can we change our section from section 2 to section 1? I don't have Python knowledge. I think I already addressed that. Okay. So I think most of the questions are answered. And please be attentive, to all the communications that are being sent out. We are facing same questions are being asked again and again, despite a communication has been made through emails and through WhatsApp. So please make sure that you are receiving emails from our office. It's not going to your junk folder. Please make sure that you are reading the WhatsApp groups. I know the WhatsApp groups are admin only, and there is a purpose of that. For doing that, if you have any specific queries, please write back to us with an email. And you should not be calling up as a first step. You should only call when your mails or queries are not getting answered. Okay. So with that, I want to wish you a very good evening and good night, and see you in your respective classes tomorrow. So from tomorrow onwards, we'll have classes uh, in Zoom, and the Zoom also has a limit, but the limit we have kept it quite high. So I think all of you should be able to get into the classes. In case anybody is not able to log in using the Zoom will redirect you to the YouTube live session for that. Okay, but there will be two separate Zoom sessions from tomorrow. And Vidisha will be sharing the details of the Zoom session by end of tonight or by tomorrow early morning. Tomorrow
Sir,
morning.
I just
Okay.
want to add one more thing.
Yeah.
I'm getting a few WhatsApp messages and few emails for the quiz. So I just want to inform all the participants. Please wait until tomorrow morning. We will be sharing the entire quiz detail, the steps and everything. So till tomorrow, please.
See, the quizzes are again, I mean, you don't have to take the quiz immediately after the class. You should do some self-study, some
Yeah,
practice,
exactly.
come and
Yeah.
attend. I mean, you will have 10 days to
Hmm.
answer the quizzes. Okay. So don't worry too much about the quiz. This is not intended to be a classroom and a quiz session, right? That could have been done in a different way. This is a internship. This is for self-learning. So please be patient, and all your queries will gradually get answered.
So we will be getting everything by tomorrow morning. Don't worry.
Yeah. Okay, all right. And for the remaining sessions at the beginning of the session, I think the instructor will brief you about what to expect and things like that. Okay, all right. So have a good evening, all, and happy learning one more time from all of us here at Ideas TIH. Good night.
Okay. Thank you. Good night.
Thank you. Good night.